We're going to count this down here, Mikey O.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All righty.
Update call. Hey, Todd, how are you, sir?
I'm absolutely incredible. And by the way, we do want to welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might happen to be. Of course, we're in Travorium. We got people all over the world. In fact, funny story, Mike. I went to get on the Wednesday night opportunity Zoom that we do every single week. And so I went to get on that, right? And I'm on there and I see Danny on there. I'm like, hey, man, I got to bring Danny on, have him speak the whole 9 yards. And next thing you know, I get this little message from Danny. Hey, I appreciate you being on here and helping me out. And I'm like, because Danny does Thursday nights, I do Wednesday. And I'm like, Danny, it's Wednesday, not Thursday, right? He's like, oh man, I'm in London. I'm like, London? When did you get to London, right? I had no idea he was going to London. So he was in London. He was with some of the reps over there. So then on Saturday training call, because he was on his way to Phuket, Thailand. So on Saturday's training call, I said, hey, by the way, I want to bring on Danny Seguinal. It's probably this time, his time. He's in Phuket, Thailand. And Danny's like, no, Todd, I'm actually in the Maldives. I'm like, the Maldives? I thought you were going to Phuket. He goes, I am going to Phuket. I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. I am on the way to Phuket, but I'm not there yet. I go, all right, well, where are you going up to Phuket? He goes, well, too soon to tell. Not now. It wouldn't be prudent. He goes, I might be going to Sri Lanka, but then I'm going to swing around and go to Singapore because we just opened up Singapore. So anyway, in our company, who knows where people are at, right?
Oh,
we got people traveling the world. They're traveling for less. They're traveling for free. And we got people who are building a business, making more money than the law allows, having more fun than the law allows, doing what they want, when they want, with whom they want, anytime they want. And so it's an incredible situation. And by the way, Mike, when you're done with all of the rank advancements tonight, because obviously that's the most important thing we do every single week, at some point we're going to play a little video for all of you. It's a video from NBC. Wow. We've got it out to a lot of you. We've been sending it out. A lot of you've seen it, but just in case, because we got a huge audience that gets in here. I didn't have the video. I didn't know about that video. And so it's an NBC investigative reports video, Mike, where they kind of do the deep dive. And they're like, hey, the dirty secret that no one's telling you is that two companies control the entire travel industry and they're fixing the price. And so it's one thing when you hear it from us every week. It's another thing when NBC investigative reports goes out there and does a whole little deep dive and says, ha, these guys are fixing the whole thing. And so anyway, I'll play that little clip a little bit later on. But hey, as we do every week, tonight, we're going to have all kinds of guests, announcements, all kinds of goodies. We are now a month away from the big training that's happening in New Orleans. You can still get tickets to that. I cannot stress enough that, hey, this can be the launch of your business. Not everybody who goes to the events makes 10 grand a month, but nobody makes 10 grand a month that doesn't go to the events. Okay. And so if you want to make the big money, you have to plug in, you have to get to the events. We're going to have all kinds of ambassadors there. We're going to have Ryan Vanderpool there, Deborah Taylor. We're going to have Darla Maria Roberts. We're going to have Pastor Mel Keys. I think you're going to have, again, tons of Dr. Phyllis Terry, all kinds of people, right? They're going to be coming to that particular event. And so going to be a fantastic event. Our CEO and founder and his lovely wife, Miss Adela, are going to be there at that event. And so you're going to get to hear Mr. Hart talk about the company, the vision. You're going to get to hear him train in depth. There's going to be a special promotion only for people who go to the event. And so for any of you are thinking, wait a minute, hold on, this event might cost me money. Well, I promise you, right? It's going to cost you money if you're not at the event because you don't get to participate in the promotion he's going to run unless you're there. We actually take names. Only these people get this extra special deal. And he always does it in a way where if you do anything, you pay for your entire cost of the event. Now, what is that promotion? He hasn't told me. Probably because he knows I'm the best leak in the business. I'll be telling everybody what it is now. Anyway, but you want to be at that event. It's going to be incredible. But as we do every week, Mike, most important thing we do is to recognize all of you who have gone out there, taken the action steps. You're rank advancing, you're making it happen. You're putting our company on the board in a way that we're setting records. We're the #1 seller of travel for a couple of key vendors. We're going to continue to move up, continue to grow. And it's because of all of you, your vision, your hard work. So we want to celebrate you. Take it away, Mr. Mike Oliver.
Well, thank you, Todd. And I want to agree with you. I know that event, when we come out of that event, I'm going to predict that August, September, and the rest of the year is just going to explode because of the momentum that takes place because of that event. And I can say that I know from personal experience what events can do to you. That's where the major events are, where major decisions are made about your business. And you come out of that a changed person mentally, and that's where it starts, all up here with your belief level. When you come out of that, things happen, man. You go to work, and it's just amazing, and it's going to be an exciting time the rest of the year. So anyway, thank you, Todd, and I am excited. Welcome everyone to the Travorium corporate update. Of course, like Todd said, we're going to do our rank advancements now. I'd like to make one small announcement before we get started with that, and that is that next Monday we'll be celebrating here in the US our Independence Day. So of course our corporate offices will be closed, and we will not be doing a corporate update like we are tonight. You're probably already aware of that, Todd. I just thought I'd better remind everyone, and we'll be sending that out in the newsletter and probably another email before the end of the week. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here, if you're new to Travorium, the first rank on our ladder of success here at Travorium is what's called a director. And to become a director, it's very simple. Okay, you go out and you're excited, you just got involved, and you get 3 people that want to join you in your business, that they have a dream, they want more out of life, they want to build a business also. You get three to join you, or you get 3 customers that want to take advantage of our unbelievably awesome travel product. And I'm looking forward to watching that video, Todd, that you're going to share in just a few minutes. So that's going to be great too. Anyway, we had it looks like we had about 16 brand new directors, and at this level here, you're making the same amount of money that your monthly expense is. So you're covering your monthly business expense basically. But from this point on, you're standing, or you're squatted down there in the running blocks, and you're ready to take off. You're ready to start making some money. And the next level here at Travorium is what's called a 1-star director. Now at the 1-star director level, you're making between, I'd say, $500 to $700 a month, maybe $7,000 to $8,500 a year. So you're starting to make some money, and of course your business expense has been more than taken care of. You're getting excited because you're making enough money now that you can start changing some things in your lifestyle. Maybe you can start making some house payments that were a little bit more difficult to make. Maybe you can put 1 or 2 kids in a private school. There's just all kinds, go to dinner a little bit more often with your significant other. So just great things start happening when you're making, another $700 to $8,500 a year. The next level, so I'd like to congratulate, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Let me congratulate, first of all, Delcy Vidal Solis. Congratulations, Delcy. Helene Hammond, congratulations, Helene. Cecilia Kennedy, hey, good to have you back, Cecilia. And congratulations on hitting 1-star. Alicia Davis, congratulations to you, Alicia. Natalia Riallo, congratulations, Natalia. And Alexandra Paz, congratulations, Alexandra. Way to go, everybody. Keep doing the same thing you did to hit 1-star director with a different group of people, and you'll become a 2-star director. And that's next on the ladder of success here at Travorium. And we have 2 to celebrate. We might have one of these here, ladies, I think, on our call tonight. I'm not sure. I know Todd was going to try to reach out to her. But anyway, I'd like to congratulate Mate Baisa Silva. Congratulations to you, Mate. And Catherine L. Brown. Congratulations, Catherine. And at this level here, folks, you're making between, $24,000 to $34,000 a year. You're making between $2,000 to $3,000 extra a month. And we're going to award you with a beautiful custom-made 2-star director ring. Todd, are you sporting yours tonight or not?
Of course.
I know it's a little heavy, and it's like weightlifting each night when you put that thing on.
Got that bad boy. Got that bad boy right there.
Yeah. That was actually designed by our CEO and founder, Mr. Hart. Thanks, Todd. It's a beautiful ring. And like I say each and every week, that it does become an awesome recruiting tool because it just pops. When you're wearing that thing, people notice it. I remember the first time, Todd, I seen a friend of mine that was he was one of the physicians for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he had, as a doctor, I guess he was awarded also with the World Series ring. I can't remember how long ago that was, but it was a long time ago. But man, that thing was beautiful. And everybody would always ask him about it. It's the same with our ring. People want to know, wow, what is that? What did you get that for? So it just becomes a beautiful, really easy to talk about recruiting tool. So congratulations, Maite. Congratulations, Catherine. And from 2-star, of course, you're going to keep that activity going, and you're going to get to what's called a 3-star director. We're still celebrating Lydia Martin, Mr. Bill Fox, I think we have on the call tonight. And of course, Mr. and Mrs. Mel Keys. That's Mel and his lovely wife, Kendra, there. And I think they'll be speaking also at our event next month in New Orleans. And so I think Mr. Fox, if he's going to be there, I think he's going to be there and speaking too. So congratulations. Now at this level here, you're making between $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and that's just residual income. With our new Travorium travel pack, you can make 2 and maybe even 3 times that amount if you're building with that tool. That's the Travorium travel pack. And we're going to also give you a $300 a month lifestyle bonus. So thanks to Mr. Hart, he came up with that. And so congratulations, Lydia. Congratulations, Bill. Congratulations, Mel and Kendra. We are thankful for your leadership here at Travorium. And Todd, that is it for this evening. And so let me see here. I'm going to stop sharing here. And I'm going to hand it back to you, my friend. But anyway, it's always exciting each week, and it's always exciting seeing you. And thanks for your leadership, Todd. We appreciate you so much.
I appreciate it, Mike. And again, obviously our company, we're in our 10th year. We've paid out millions and millions of commissions all around the globe. The paychecks go out on time, every time, as they have for the past 9 years. Every week we come on here and we demonstrate, hey, there are people out there winning in a big, big, big way. In fact, you mentioned Miss Brown. We try to get her on tonight. I think we're going to try to get her on next week. She's out running errands. So she was going to make the call, but she might be late. So we're trying to get her next week. Mate, we're actually going to have her on our call in Spain tomorrow. Awesome. Brand new 2-star director. But tonight, we do have one of our brand new 3 stars. We had, of course, Pastor Mel Keys last week. We had him on. And then tonight, we've got a good buddy of mine. I've known him since 1998, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood. And so it's been a couple of years. I guess we'll tell everybody the joke that when Bill first got married, Mike, you're going to love this, right? Him and his fiance, we were at this place called the Cigar Lounge, right? And they sit down and they're all serious. And, hey, we're getting married, and you know what our wedding means to us and our vows. It's this whole very emotional, sentimental moment. And of course, anyone that's ever met me, of course, back in the old days, people heard me via telephone, right? They got this picture. I'm 6'4", 45 years old, sandy blonde hair. Of course, this is back when I'm 5'8". I weigh 160 nothing. I look like I'm 18, right? So I'd show up, people like, oh, I always thought you were taller or older. So I had all these short jokes, right? And so anyway, Bill goes, hey, we're getting married and we have someone to ask you. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, will you be our ring bearer? And so I was the ring bearer. Normally it's the little kid, right, that takes the rings down the aisle, right? The little 3-year-old, 4-year-old, they're so cute. I was the ring bearer at Bill's wedding. So to this day, he calls me RB, but Bill is an unbelievable talent, 7-figure earner in this space. I mean, you see him do presentations. It's absolutely incredible. Of course, he's just getting started. He's got 3 amazing kids. They've been playing baseball all summer, but living the life. But hey, Bill, congrats. I know this is just but a pit stop for you. Because then you'll be 4-star ambassador, 1, 2, 3, 5, executive chairman, interplanetary grand poobah, travel gladiator. All those things are ahead for you. But hey, welcome to the call tonight, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And I wasn't sure I was on the right call tonight because you hadn't made any jokes about Mike being the oldest guy on the call. And well, so I was getting.
I almost went there. He was talking about the World Series, right? He goes, yeah, but some World Series. I'm like, hey, Mike, was that the World Series in 1901? Was that right before the Cubs won their first pennant, followed by the most recent one?
I was just impressed that he had live video of Babe Ruth. That was the guy I always liked to watch play. And so, I always thought that was really cool.
Okay.
No, Todd, it's funny you bring up that story because I remember Ryan. I think Ryan's on the call tonight. I call him my surrogate sponsor between Ryan and Todd, or my personal sponsors. But Ryan said to me, before we got married, he said, Bill, you got to do it big because this only happens once every 5 to 7 years. So So Todd, you're going to be due up again, buddy. You're going to be a ring bearer again. I'm excited for that. But no, in all seriousness, I appreciate you having me on the call tonight. And, I want to just first say to, big thanks to David Hart, the owner of the company. I've known David for years, and, I've just seen this company absolutely morph into an unbelievable opportunity where people get to do the one thing that they love doing most and create a living doing it at the same time. And, each and every week, people come to these calls. I think, Mike, it's amazing. You've been here since the beginning, and it's so awesome to see the familiar faces. And it's been fun. We are just getting started. Todd and Ryan are two of my best friends in the world, and certainly we just said, hey, it's time to put the band back together and go make some things happen. I know Ryan and I we're doing things for several years, and it's just glad we're excited to be back in business with such amazing guys and amazing women that are part of this company. And we've got some additions. Miss Adela is certainly amazing, and just excited, where this company is going. But I'm blown away by the simplicity of this company. And, what I would say is that I hope that in this few moments that I can share tonight, that for those of you on the call, that you really truly embrace this and not make it something harder than it is. Because Todd oftentimes comes to the call, or Danny or Daryl and Maria, and they're sharing statistics in the industry, but we don't have to convince anybody. The simple fact is the travel industry is the biggest industry in the world. It's the one thing everyone loves to do. It's the one thing they're going to do with or without you. It's just your job just to put something in front of them. And, I think the crazy thing and the amazing thing is that I get to share with people each and every day a passion to be able to travel the world. I think it's amazing, Todd, when you talk about Danny. Every time Danny pops on, Danny's in a different country. I mean, he's literally building a business, going from country to country, running around. It's not as easy for me, Mike. I got 3 boys, so it doesn't work that way, but I'm jealous. I want to be doing that. But I just think it's amazing, because whether you are, a parent and you've got a lot of kids events, or you are single and you're out traveling the world, I think it's incredible what you can do with this company. And the fact, I've seen this company morph. David's a good friend, and it's just amazing over the last 3 years what this company has become. And there's just nothing in the industry like it. And all we got to do is simply just put it in front of people. Each and every day when I share it with people, it's not a matter of trying to convince anybody of anything. I know they're going to travel. I know they want to travel, and I know that they've got an opportunity to do things here that they can't do with any other company. And, Todd, you said this. I think one of the beauties of Travorium and why Travorium is so successful is we're actually traveling. There's actually people traveling. There's no gimmicks. There's no gotchas. There's no asterisks. There's no, hey, you book a hotel and there's a little tiny spread in the markup. This is real travel. This is some of the most unbelievable resorts and excursions in the world, of some of the most unbelievable trips you'll ever take in your entire life. And if you share with other people, the compensation package that David Hart has created with the help of Todd and other seniors like yourself, Mike, it's insane. And, I don't know if a lot of people know this, and sometimes the terminology in this industry is lost, of saying, and I don't mean this, sometimes it can be perceived no matter what you say, negative, positive, but I call it a front-loaded compensation plan. And the only companies that I've ever seen create front-loaded compensation plans are ones from owners that actually care about helping the field win. Because the simple fact is, go-getters are going to win wherever they go. But the reality is most never make it to those titles of these crazy amounts of money that they flash out there. Nobody ever even hits them. They just put it out there like some candy, like to get there. And it doesn't happen. So to see what this company has done to help people, Mike, you were just saying earlier, I mean, just with having just a few people, literally 15 people in your entire business, and you're making almost another $10,000 a year for your family. And more importantly, you now have the tax write-offs of a home-based business. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. So some amazing things here, guys. And I appreciate you letting me share. I'm excited about what's happening here. Again, just want to say a big thanks to all of you. Appreciate so many of, our team that's just having fun, from Scott Brewster to Shelly McNeely. So many individuals out there that were just having an absolute blast. Dr. Hubbard, if I didn't mention your name, I apologize. But, my point is just to thank everybody from top to bottom for making things happen, because this is a fun business and we're certainly changing a lot of lives, and we're getting to do it while we travel. So back to you, Todd and Mike. Appreciate you guys.
Well, Bill, I know that you got Shelly, one away from 2-star director. So she'd probably be on here next week as a brand new 2-star. I mean, she's literally 180 BV away, right? Thought we might have her on here tonight. You got Julie Kennedy out there, brand new director, going 1-star, no doubt about that. Or she's already 1-star, right? Or, no, she's almost a 1-star. I think her daughter went director. She's director. I think she's almost, you start losing track. But anyway, you got a lot of great people, Bill, a lot of people succeeding. I loved all your insight tonight, especially when you talked about the compensation program being front loaded, why travel so big. Because, Bill, I want to ask you a couple more questions before I let you go here, because you're a guy that could, obviously be in any company you want in the industry. You're a documented 7-figure earner. You've recruited and been partnered with some of the biggest names in our entire industry, including Holton Bugs. You and Holton ran for a long time together. A lot of people know Holton if you've been around the space. But yet you gravitated back to travel, and you elaborated on that quite a bit tonight with some of your talking points. But maybe just one more point, man. Why travel special? Why you rather be here than anywhere else?
Well, I think it is because it is travel, and I think that the fact of the matter is, if you ask 9 out of 10 and maybe 10 out of 10 networkers if they could be involved in some sort of business involved in networking, what would it be? I would be willing to bet the majority would say travel. I mean, yes, there's some great products and services that are out there, but the one thing we all want to do is travel, to have the opportunity to travel. And Todd, we've talked about this. We know we've seen this company morph. The reality is that people are really traveling with this company. I mean, that platinum membership's insane. I mean, people can take 2 to 4 unbelievable 4 or 5-star excursions every single year. We're making a difference for families. I was having a conversation with a prospect today, and I said, the reality is most people live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford to go on vacation because they live paycheck to paycheck. So when they get to the summer, they get to the time when they're ready to go travel, guess what? Their bank account doesn't have an extra $2,000, $3,000. But if they can put away $125 a month, guess what? They can go on 2 to 4 major excursions. So, going from, talking about Dave with the compensation plan, we're really able to help people from every walk of life. And, I've heard Danny's, story. I mean, Danny didn't start this to be, some big builder. Danny didn't start this, I might understand, but he's now built, I believe, 2-star ambassador, Todd. So why travel? Because it's the one thing people love to do. You don't have to convince anybody to travel. And really, truly going back, I mean, this company is very different today than it was, a year ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. Dave shared a couple things today in a conversation. I know he's in Cabo that I'm just blown away. And as an owner, he's constantly working to improve a platform that already blows away everything in the industry. I mean, and that's not hype, and that's not, we're not on an opportunity call. We're talking to other reps. That's a reality. This is an owner that works tirelessly to help improve things, to help people travel better for less. And as we always say, the crazy thing in this comp plan, if you can refer 3 people, guess what? You're making more money than the monthly cost. That's a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of reasons why, Todd, why travel. But I mean, I just really, truly feel that to be able to build a business doing the one thing that people love to do, there's all the statistics, and that you could probably run these from 24/7 on Google. But I read a research study one time, and I thought it was funny because I thought you could probably put 24 hours in that. But they said the most searched word between the hours of 9 to 5 on Google every day is travel. Now it's probably 24/7, right? But the fact that they put the fact that it's 9 to 5, why are people, they're at work, they're doing their job, and they're Googling the one thing that we have that we can show them a better way that they can go not only travel better for less, not only take excursions that most likely they'd never take in their life if it wasn't for a Travorium, but guess what? If you share with a few people, you can actually turn it into a business, and you can own yourself, and you can choose things that you don't have an option to do. No offense to a job. Some people love working a job, but the simple fact is that you can turn this into a career where you can own your own time, and you can be able to do the things that you personally want to do.
Yeah, by the way, it's funny when you talk about that. Me and Ryan, we were down in Cancun last October, November, and we were in the pool, and someone took this picture, right? We're in the swim up bar and got the drinks going, and we did this little meme. We said, some people call it a vacation. We call it another day at the office, right? And so everyone that's at work dreaming of wishing they were on vacation, Googling, right? Well, we invite you to become a part of it. Hey, Bill, congratulations to you, your team. Obviously, for everyone out there, why don't you just get a taste of Mr. Bill Fox? You'll be hearing him on training calls and on these kind of calls on a regular basis. A huge asset to the entire company from a training perspective, presentation perspective, ideas, thoughts he has. He has a personal relationship with our owner. As you mentioned, they were talking today. And again, just that exchange of ideas, his wealth of experience in the industry, something that we can all learn from. In fact, I see Mr. David Hart here now. So Mr. David Hart in Cabo San Lucas, welcome.
Hey, Bill, it's good to have you on the call, and congrats on going 3-star director. I've been trying to get, I got Mexico internet, so I've been trying to get on this call while you were speaking. I'm glad that you were on long enough. So congratulations, and we're definitely excited to have you part of the leadership team here at Travorium, and I believe that a lot of people can learn from your skill set as we move forward. And we're excited to have you part of the company.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Likewise.
Hey, thank you, Bill. Congrats.
Well, I was gonna do trying to get my headset working, not working, my internet's not working, but I'm working right now, right?
As they say, Maslow's law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, right? Can't get the internet to work, can't get my headphones to work. I've had those days.
You know, this business is so much fun. You just have simple conversations with people all the time and see where it takes you. And as soon as you know start to learn some of the simple steps in conversations with people, you know what, you're going to run across people that are going to want to know about this business opportunity. And I was thinking today about this call tonight. And one of the things that I wanted to share with all the people that are on the call is that you need to be proud of being involved in this company and in this business, in business for yourself. You know, 97% of the people out there, they don't even think the way you think. Most people are punching a time card and going to a job Monday through Friday, working 40 hours a week and driving, you know, 3 to 8 hours a week and just trying to survive. One of the great things about our business, it's not prejudiced. It doesn't judge people based on the color of their skin. It doesn't judge people based on whether they're good looking or not. It doesn't judge people based on their zip code. It doesn't judge people based on the clothes they wear, the cars they drive. And that's a beautiful thing. It only looks at one thing, this business model. It looks at the heart of the individual and the person that's building the business. And if you're somebody that's got a burning desire and aspiration to change where you're at, you're willing to be coachable to learn to do the right things, guess what? And you do it with passion and you're excited. In fact, I believe that you can build the business. You know, if you're excited and you're talking to people and they can feel your passion, they can feel your conviction level, they understand you're committed, they're going to want to know more. Travel is something that everybody wants to do, and it's an easy conversation to have with people. But it's so much more than just our product. It's the opportunity to create a residual based income, the ability to make money. It's not get rich quick. It's not, hey, I'm never going to have to work again. It's network marketing, right? But as you build and find leadership in two different legs, the compensation plan comes alive and it starts to pay you on a daily perspective based on the volume you have in your business. And that income coming in that you're generating is not based on whether or not you personally make sales, but it's based on, you know, the book of business that you have. It's based on people utilizing the membership. And so that residual based income is money when it's coming in. It's like if you were to compare it to having money in the bank. I mean, how much money would you have to have in the bank for an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a year? I mean, that number is massive, right? You got this gives you the opportunity to have that base of income, and you never know where it's going to take you. I actually have a meeting tonight in about 30 minutes with a couple of guys that want to know more about Travorium. And it was a simple, easy conversation. And you can have these simple, easy conversations all the time with people that you bump into. I remember a mentor of mine many years ago when I first got into the industry said, you know what, one of the most exciting things about this business and this model is that you don't know who you're going to come in contact with tomorrow. You have no idea if you're going to meet the next Bill Fox tomorrow or run across the next Daryl and Maria Roberts through a relationship of somebody. You never know what can happen in your business. But what you do know, what you can do is you can be prepared in a way that you're excited about the opportunity. You're excited about where you believe the future can go for you. I believe a lot of where our business goes and who we attract in the business, who gets involved in our network, how we think about it internally and how we project that outside. You know, when we internally think, hey, you know what, I'm gonna run across some big builders, some big people that are gonna get excited about the opportunity, some people that got some big dreams and want to change where they sit financially. And they're gonna come in and build a big Travorium business in my network. If you're thinking like that, that's the first step to actually have something like that happen in your business. And I want to encourage you to think like that. Think outside the box. I mean, you're already way ahead of most people in terms of being in our company. Most people, you know, they're not willing to get out of their comfort zone and do a new business. You know, if you're on this call and you're live on this call with us, you know what? Put another check by your name, another star by your name, because you're committed to your success. You've actually carved out time on your calendar that says, hey, I want to be successful in this business. I'm willing to put in the time. I'm willing to listen to what the leadership has to say. I'm willing to, you know, take the notes. You know, the next step is, hey, let's get your team on the calls. You know, that's the next goal. Like how many people, if you're a 1-star director or 2 or above, how many texts did you make today to get people locked into the Zoom call today? You know, and I'm not judging you. I'm just saying those are the kinds of things that you got to do. You got to continue to put the business in front of people to find success. So, you know, I just want to encourage you guys in one thought in terms of, hey, you're way ahead of most, you know, people because they're not looking at to improve their lives. They're just going through with the flow of life. It's kind of like a water flowing down a mountain, and it takes the path of least resistance. It sees a rock, it stops, it goes the other way. But you know, the path of least resistance isn't always the best way to go in terms of finding success or creating something special. So with that, Todd, I'm going to give it back to you, just some of my basic thoughts. And it's exciting to just go out and just talk with people and have simple conversations and seeing if they're open to a business opportunity to create income.
Yeah, and David, I know we got some timelines coming up here too, like maybe additional feeds coming in, updates to different things like that. I know we get the big event coming up in New Orleans, the big event coming up in obviously Paris. And so obviously there's a lot of things that are cooking behind the scenes.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited about the New Orleans event. It'll be an intimate event where people can actually, you know, shake hands and spend time with all the leadership in the company. And, you know, that's one of the ways that you get better is by who you hang out with and who you're talking to and who you're listening to. We do have a lot of things going on behind the scenes. You know, it's interesting. We make the comments, and Bill made it earlier about him and I were going back and forth earlier today. You know, we have some more inventory coming into our platform, but even if we didn't have any more inventory, and if this is all we had for you guys to go out and find success in the marketplace, there is more than enough for anyone to come into our business and find success. But with that being said, you know, the bigger we get, our buying power is stronger. We're noticed by different entities, and those deals come our way. In the travel space, it's all about volume, and our company's putting volume in, and people are traveling.
Yeah,
So
absolutely incredible. We have something truly remarkable, truly special, something that, as Bill said, there's nothing out there that touches it. There's no one out there that even comes in the same ballpark, even close. In fact, I was talking to a guy today, of course, you know him too, David, but I was talking to Chip, and you know, he had a huge team over at World Ventures, and we spent some time talking about our company today. And I mean, it's like, wow, this blows away anything that they ever had going on. So again, we built something truly unique, something remarkable here. And it's just now a matter of going out and having those conversations. It's, as Bill said, go out and simply put the information in front of people. They already want to travel. That's a given. At least 90 something percent do. And just put it in front of them and show them how they can make their dreams come possible here with our company. But hey, Mr. David Hart, I know you got that meeting coming up. Thank you for being on here. Enjoy the rest of your time in Cabo. We'll see you back here in town in a few days.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
I tell you, the very next person I want to go to is my good buddy, the one, the only, the great, the man, the myth, the legend, the king of Sting. Monte Cristo, the Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I mean, you got to see the introduction I got to do for this guy when I bring him on the training call, but he does an amazing job every single Saturday, brings the slides, brings the videos. God, just great stuff. I mean, one of the greatest articulators you're ever going to meet. In fact, tonight, not only does he got incredible NBC video that I had referenced a little bit ago, he's going to show everybody because it's really Daryl who, we had the video. And it's a little bit of a longer video, right? And so you can watch the whole thing. And if any of you want the raw footage, I'm happy to send it to you. But the question is, how do I have that in a thumbnail? How do I have that in something that's textable? And I can literally just text to somebody, 39 seconds. Daryl took that bad boy, edited it down so that you get the basic what they're telling you, which is the stuff you hear say all the time, but in 39 seconds. So Daryl, hey, thank you for all that you do, all that Maria does, the testimonial page site, the brand new SaveMoneyEveryday.com page you've got, all of the presentations, all of the training you do every Saturday. I mean, you do trainings, and guys, I'm always buying books, seminars. I mean, I'm a personal development, networking junkie. I mean, if you got something out there, tapes, right? I am a student of this industry. I'm willing to spend money to educate myself, to grow myself, develop myself. And I'm telling you, you can get on the Saturday training call for free and get better training from Daryl than trainings I paid $1,000 to go to. So, I mean, you have this guy here every Saturday working for you, take advantage of it. But Daryl, take it away, my friend.
Yeah, right there. Thank you very much, Todd. Again, you just, I'm not going to be able to fit through the door here in my head here in a minute if you keep giving me those type of, that credential. But it is just so exciting, guys. We feel so lucky. We feel so blessed to be a part of Travorium, be a part of David Adella's company. And Todd, just your friendship and all the things you and I get to do on a daily basis. And we get together and we have meetings and we talk about items. And guys, I can tell you right now, what's coming in the future as far as training material, back office tours, lots of little things, marketing things that Todd and I are collaborating on and with other people adding their 2 cents. It's really, really freaking exciting. And I don't really curse, but you guys heard me say that thing for the first time because I really am truly excited. But before we go into all of that, Todd and I and all the leaders talk about, the booking engines out there and how they take the prices and they add the fees and the markups on it. And we say that, and it's one thing that we say it, but now if we say it and then we can say, hey, look what these guys are saying, it may make a huge difference. And we're putting some marketing around this as we speak. But right now, guys, producer, are you ready? Okay, producer's ready. Guys, there's just so much happening around me right now, putting things together because we had the wrong video up there, but you guys don't even know it's happening on the side here. Maria is just so amazing. Oh, before we do this, guys, if you know Maria, if you love her, if you like her, it's her birthday tomorrow. So, say happy birthday to Maria. I think she's going to be 27 tomorrow. And for the
26, by the way, but
26.
Happy birthday, Maria.
So again, we're going to be maybe out of pocket a little bit tomorrow, but I'll still be available for 3 ways. We're going to talk about that as well. But Todd, without any further ado, let's show this amazing video.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one of 2 companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
How powerful is that? I mean, that's an incredible video that just states what we've been saying for years, Todd, and to have that credibility, News 4 I-Team investigation goes in there and tells you that these guys have a monopoly out there. They have you, if you can imagine a dog chasing its tail, that's exactly what people are doing. Hey, we're going to go to Orbitz. Oh, we're going to go to Kayak. Oh, we're going to go to Travelocity, and you're not getting a good deal. They just make them close enough so that when they add $500 to it, you think, oh, well, this one's $503 and this one's $508. That $503 is a great deal. So it's truly amazing what we have here and the tools we're bringing out that we currently have in the product we have, Todd. It makes this a piece of cake.
Yeah, again, obviously, you got NBC investigative reports out there saying it, guys, not you, but making that point that we've made for years and years and years, which is they own the market, they control the market. They make you think you're getting a good deal. They make you think you're price shopping when you're not. Obviously, we're bringing people that travel agent rate. We're saving them huge money. And now it's not just us saying it. Here's the NBC clip. And again, Daryl Maria edited that down where it was 39 seconds to make that point. If you don't have that, reach out to me, reach out to Daryl, reach out to Bill or Deborah or Pastor Bell or Tanya Evans or Reverend Judy Cunningham or whoever, right? Just reach out to the leadership that I'm sure they've already got it, Dr. Phyllis Terry. And if they don't, reach out to me, I'll get it to you. That way you have that in your repertoire. But hey, by the way, I see we got our buddy Danny Seguinall coming on here. I don't even know what country he's in, Daryl, because last week we were doing the presentation, and I kind of shared this with everybody earlier that he was in London and had no idea. And then I brought him on Saturday in the training call with you. And I'm like, hey, we got Danny over there in Phuket. He's like, actually, I'm not in Phuket. I'm in the Maldives. I'm like, what?
And he was in London like the night before, and I think on his way to Taiwan, or where was he going?
He's going to Phuket, Thailand. Yeah.
Thailand. Okay.
But he went to the Maldives first. Then he's going to Sri Lanka. He's going to be going to Singapore, which we just opened, by the way. Everybody out there, brand new country, Singapore. And so, Danny, if we have you with us, I want to bring you on and find out what country are you in now?
I'm still in the Maldives. I think I'm going to post up here for a minute.
I'm going to post up. Hey, but Danny, I'm going to get the first question tonight, man. What you said on Saturday's training, Todd and I, we go through a lot of great information and things that have helped us grow and become the people we are today. But you said it as plain as can be. Well, it's not that difficult. You ask somebody if they are getting ready to travel sometime this year. So for those that didn't get on the training on Saturday, I just think that was so apropos. And so many people missed the point trying to get inundated with training. And then you just broke it down to literally 30 seconds. And then Todd, you can tell them what happened after the training with the lady that did not even make the training.
Yeah, yeah, that's the story. But I want to second what Daryl said, because Danny, you really got to cut through the chase. Like some of you are like, well, I gotta have more training first. I just let me get more trained and then I'll know. He's like, hey, look, number one, are you allergic to money? Right? That's question one. Question two, do you plan to travel in the next 24 months? How much training do you need to learn how to type that? Do you plan to travel anytime? And then and the way you do, it was hilarious too, right? But I mean, guys, that's it. It's simply asking a question, finding out if they're open. But hey, Danny, Daryl, don't go away. But hey, Danny, since we got you here, it's super early your time, right?
You know what? I was just sitting here. I'm thinking, because I actually set my alarm. I went to bed at 2 a.m. and I set my alarm for 5:55. And the craziest thing, I hate an alarm clock. I do not like those things. I don't know who invented it. Hopefully, it's not one of my descendants. It's not someone in my generation, my family, my grandfather. Because if I'm responsible for alarm clocks, forgive me, guys, but you know what? I was not in control. But I don't like those things, right? It reminds me of work. It reminds me of the slavery of going to work all the time. And I remember being at work, late for work all the time. And every time I got late for work, the boss would say, Danny, you're late. I'm like, yeah, and so just be happy that I'm here, because I don't like going to work, right? But I had an alarm clock for this morning, and I jumped out of bed, like within 5 minutes, brushed my teeth, quick, splashed my face, and I was excited to not miss this call. Even though it's 6 a.m. in the morning for me here, and I barely slept a few hours. Like, I cannot miss calls. I sent an email last night to David, and I said, oh, by the way, let me go take a quick nap because there's a call today, right? I can't miss calls. It's for me, I enjoy it. I love it. Everything about this company, from the Monday call, the Saturday training, I eat and live this. And that's the difference. A lot of people go to work every day and they hate their job, but yet they're not open-minded to listen to what we have. And they might actually fall in love, right? When you're in love with something, it's no longer work. When you're in love with something and you just do it out of fun. I see Daryl coming on this calls all the time, and you can see on his face. Yes, Maria, you know, he's setting up. It's like he's enjoying. He's like, yeah, I got my little studio. I got my assistant. You know, he's like, yeah, my baby got my back. Do you see how powerful that is for a husband and a wife to like work together? Usually, I was in Chicago, and we just talking about relationship real quick. I said, people don't realize, but like the number one reason why relationships don't work is because people don't spend time together. Do the math, right? Do the math. Husband goes to work at 8 a.m. Wife goes to work at 8 a.m. They spend 8 hours away from each other. They already slept 8 hours together where they didn't pay attention to each other. They come home, they cook, they clean, they get ready for the kids to go to bed. And then they're like, okay, what time is it? 8 o'clock? Okay, maybe we got an hour for Netflix and then we'll go back to sleep. How much time do you actually spend together in a relationship? If you guys have a relationship problem, you guys need to join Travorium because you'll spend time together, right? Build the business together, travel together, and it will save the relationship because right now you guys are not even spending time together. And just Daryl, you're a perfect example. I mean, Todd, you guys travel together too. David's in Cabo with his wife. I mean, think about it. It is powerful and it is meaningful in so many places. So I'm enjoying traveling right now, building the business with my phone, just talking to people. And yesterday I was actually doing what you just said. Do you plan to travel? But I was just making a voice because I got tired of texting. I was doing videos and I was just sending it out and sending it out and sending it out. I was talking to people that I talked to in a while back. I said, are you still sleeping? What are you waiting for? Right? What are you waiting for? And I'm literally shaking my phone and I'm thinking to myself, people need to be jumping on what we have. Daryl, you mentioned it. I mean, it's something that he's talking about. I love how Mr. Fox was on there early and he was talking about like, it's a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer. When people ask me what I do for a living, I don't even know what to say because there's so many things. I'm like Mr. James Bond of this travel thing. I help people save money. I help people make money. I help people to have a better life. There's so many things that this brings to people, and I do it. That's the main thing I want to say today is I do it out of passion. I love it, and until you actually do it, you're not gonna know. But what if you fall in love? What if you actually fall in love doing this? It's no longer a chore to make money. You can actually enjoy life and see all the beautiful things that God created. Like we have a whole planet. Are you really gonna stay in your city? You're not gonna visit Rome, visit Nice, go to Paris, go to Cabo, go to Thailand, come to Asia. All these. I talked to my mechanic on the phone last time because he has to repair my my other vehicle back home. He's like, "Where are you?" I said, Maldives. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm seeing the world. I'm literally seeing the world." And I could tell on the phone, he had a big smile on his face. He goes, "Make sure that the Asians don't take you." We were laughing. I said, "Don't worry, man. I'll be back. I'll be back." You know, but I'm in love with this, and the alarm clock to be on this call for me is not a problem whatsoever. And I want to continue building this business, touch people's lives, and knowing that's another powerful thing. Knowing that, like, when you help someone, you help generations. Damn, when you help someone, you help generations. That means I'm leaving my mark on this world. If I help someone get to an ambassador or one-star ambassador, and then their kids inherit, I mean, for generations, I'm helping people. How many other people can say that? You really, I don't want to say anything, you know, in a bad way, but if you have a 9 to 5, what generation of people are you helping? Who are you helping? Right? How kind of selfish thinking is that? You're just literally just going for yourself, making that paycheck that you're barely surviving on. But with this, you could make money, do the same thing that you're doing right now, but you could help other people. Why is that a crime? Why is that not something you're motivated to do? Why don't you want to just try? Right? Give yourself the chance instead of saying, "Oh, you know what? Can you send me more information? I got to think about this. I don't know if I really want." Why do you have to think about it so hard? Give yourself a FREAKING chance, freaking chance. Yeah, something like that, right? Give yourself a chance. That's the key word to it. Give yourself a freaking chance to have a better life and to help people.
Well, just a mouthful there.
I see Todd taking notes. Todd's like, all right, let me take some of this.
Yeah,
right
I got the GYAFC. Give yourself a freaking chance, right? GYAFC. Okay, I'm taking notes over here, buddy. I got that one down.
So
That's what they're doing. Vita and GYAFC.
What you get out of that is, guys, it breaks down to get excited, pay attention, and never quit. And you can add a few more things that apply what you learn, because some people get on the Saturday training and, week after week after week after week after week. And Todd, I don't know how many times we talk about three-way conference calls, or, the number of people you need to talk to per day. And some of those things, you're not applying what you're learning. And that's the first thing. But Danny, I saw the energy that you just brought, the excitement. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. You only slept 3 hours, and you're probably more excited than 98% of the people in our company. And that's one of the tricks, guys. That's one of the reasons people will come from miles around to watch a person burn. And that energy and excitement makes all the difference in the world. Pay attention. Dave talked about getting on these calls, be live on these calls. Number one, check off. Number two, now work on getting your team to get on the calls. Ooh, that's a check off. So I hope you guys wrote those notes down. And next week, not only are you on this call because you're scheduling it again, but you're also working to get one team member on, 2 team members on, or whatever the numbers that are in your team. And if you do that, you're going to see amazing things happen. And the last one, never quit. If you never quit, you're bound to have success, because, Thomas Edison, it took him 10,000 tries before he got the light bulb to work. And they asked him, why did it take you 10,000 tries? Why'd you never quit? He said, I knew I would eventually run out of ways that it wouldn't work, and eventually find the way that it would work. And that's the reason Todd's here today. That's the reason I'm here today. That's the reason Danny's here today. We've screwed this thing up over and over and over and over and over again, but we're excited. We pay attention, and we never quit. And because of that, then you find people like Danny, you find people, like Pastor Dr. Terry, or, Ambassador Taylor, or one of the other people, or Dean on our team, and then thousands of other people in the UK, etc. That's the simple formula, but you have to do the basics. You have to be consistent doing it, Todd. And that's what I love about this. The worst thing that's going to happen to people is they're going to get to go to the Maldives. They're going to get to go to Paris. They're going to get to go to New Orleans. They're going to get to go to Mexico. They're going to get to go to San Francisco. They're going to get to go to New York. They're going to get to go to Tenerife. That's the worst thing that's going to happen to you while you're working on yourself, right here, getting that mindset to teach you how to do the things that you didn't get taught when you grew up from kindergarten to graduation and into the job world. That's what we try and fix every Saturday, is right here. That makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, unequivocally. And by the way, it's funny because me and Gina are trying to plan our trip with Paris, Danny. So obviously we know we're going to be in Paris on the 13th. We have to be in Madrid on the 20th. So we're doing a Super Saturday on the 13th in Paris, Super Saturday in Madrid on the 20th. Well, in between, right, we're talking about going to Greece, Rome, but now we got Adriana wanting us to come to Tenerife, which when we think of it, because you just mentioned that, Daryl. So I think we're going to pop over to Tenerife and do a meeting for her. The question is, we can do it in between, or we could go to Tenerife in between Paris and Madrid, or are we going to go maybe to Venice is a possibility, because Mr. David Hart might be there, and go to the Grand Palladium in Venice, and then come back around, hit Tenerife after Madrid, right? But it's, how cool is that? Like, I mean, we're last night, we're like, well, we could do it this way or do it that way, and we could stay. And then, but you know what? We could also go to Rome, because they got the world tour going on there. And then we're going to stop at our daughter's on the way home. We'll be in Philadelphia. So, I mean, guys, how cool is this business? I mean, you get to go out and have fun. And I just want to second what Danny said. When you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Again, when you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I happen to think this business is the most incredible thing. It's fun. We get to help people. As Danny mentioned, it's generational that you get to help people. I could tell you how many people have been inspired by Ambassador Deborah Taylor's story, because obviously Ambassador Deborah Taylor was a 3-star. Her husband Guy was a 2-star. Of course, then Guy went to be with the Lord a little bit over a year ago. Fast forward the tape, Deborah becomes an ambassador. She goes from 3-star to ambassador, but she continues to get that check every single week that from that book of business. And I love how Deborah says that, a book of business. From that book of business that Guy built. Well, by the way, on his 1-year anniversary, you cannot make this up, Guy went from 2-star to 3-star. How do you get a pay raise when you're with your Heavenly Father? You're not even here on planet Earth anymore, and his business is actually growing. And for some people, that's like, I got a lady in my team, like that just lit her up. Like, wow, I never realized the power of this business until I heard that story. And so sometimes it's the combination of all the different stories and what people are doing. But hey, Ryan, I got you on here. Congratulations to you. And obviously Mr. Bill Fox going 3-star and Shelley going 2-star. And, we got, I know Julie Kennedy going 1-star, and we got Cecilia Kennedy going 1-star. I mean, you got her on a roll, buddy. I mean, everyone that seems to know you seems to be rank advanced. And you're on mute. You're on mute.
I said it's the leadership you surround yourself with. I mean, what do they say? You surround yourself with greatness, you're going to become great. And look at this right here, let alone we had Dave on and Bill on and all the people on the call tonight as well that are, the participants. But do you recognize my background at all?
Terrific.
Isn't that Greece? Is that Greece?
It's
Yeah,
Greece.
that's where your daughter is right now.
She's on a plane right now
Yeah.
on her way to Santorini, Greece. And that is Santorini right there. So it's one thing when you're, you and your significant other get to travel around. But now my daughter's like, hey, we'll see you later. We're going to take the Travorium package and we're on our way. Have a nice day, Mom and Dad. I'm on my way to Greece. So
How long in Greece?
she'll end up in Amsterdam sometime in the morning, I guess. And then they go to Greece and they're there for, I think, 13 days.
Wow.
And they're bouncing around. She's in Santorini. And then I think next week, I think the 7th is the world tour in Greece and Crete. So they'll be at the, I think it's the Peninsula Resort or wherever it is over there. And then I think they come back again. Then I think they end up in Amsterdam for a day or two. So they're just like, they're living the life through Travorium and the points and all that stuff. It's just absolutely amazing.
And how old is Courtney now?
Courtney is, how old is Courtney, honey? 25?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Todd knows, huh?
And she's just living the life. Her and her girlfriend she's known for years. They played soccer together. They went away. They went different directions in college, but they've still been great friends. Courtney calls her up and says, hey, you want to go to Greece for $100 with me? Huh? Yeah, I got a resort. It's $199. If you pay for half of it, I'll pay for the other half. We can stay in Greece. And oh, by the way, if we want, we can go a week or two before that as well. I mean, really? Who
would say no? Who would say no to that? Who would say no to that?
Exactly. A couple of 25-year-old gals getting to go to Greece and have fun. Now she's a teacher, so of course she's off right now anyways, because school's out. So what else do you do when you're off, when school's out, but go on vacation? So just amazing. And by the way, I'll tell you one other quick story, you guys. So I was off this weekend. I'm floating in the pool. I'm calling friend after friend, just checking in with them. So Todd, I think I told you I was on the phone with Jeff and Heather, right?
Yes.
And these are people in our business, have been in our business about 6 months. I tell them, hey, we're gonna go to Cancun. You guys should think about Cancun. They go online, they're like, well, tomorrow we'll be at 2,000 points because they're fairly new. They came in November. How much is the trip? 2,000 points. Well, now they're arguing who's going to use their points to book the trip today, and they're going to keep the other ones. And while they're back there, you guys, they're like, what is this? What is this Travorium pack? And I'm like, well, it's a brand new pack that came out. You guys didn't see the information? No, they're truckers. So they've been on the road and they work like they're home 5 days out of a month doing the trucking stuff. They're like, no, like, can we get that? Well, I'm like, yeah, you just go upgrade. And we really get double the points for anybody on our team that does this as well. Yes. Like, I didn't say anything about it. I didn't point them in the direction. They found it themselves the same way. New people joining today, once they click, okay, I'm going to come on as a platinum. The next one takes them to that, the next movement. And they always say, well, what is this? And Todd calls it, Todd, what do you call it?
We call it the Travel Now pack, or the I Want to Go on Vacation Now package, right? So Travel Now pack for short, or the GYAFC pack.
It's amazing. So back to marketing, Danny talking about, are you allergic to money? Are you going to travel in the next 24 months? It all correlates. An amazing situation for all of us. I call it lightning in a bottle. I call it a magical moment. And once you realize it, there's no stopping it. Daryl, I know you were going to
No,
What
I'm
else?
just again, this is in 30 plus years being in this industry, I haven't seen anything this easy. The guys, again, I know you have to talk to people and some people say no, but it's not our fault that they say no. And it's not your fault that they say no. So don't take it personally. But Ryan, just what we have to do in sharing a product that literally is viable. Your daughter is heading to Greece for $100, $199 for both of them, $100. And you're not going to find that anywhere else in the marketplace. So the timing is just absolutely incredible. Todd, we get done here real quick. We've got three days left in the month and getting ready to go into July. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. But any commentary based on what Ryan said? Pretty simple, pretty obviously.
No, other than I know for me, obviously, Ryan, I remember us driving up and down the road and Courtney being in a car seat in the back seat, right? I mean, she was like a toddler. I mean, she was just, barely born, not much different than Asia, right, Daryl? And
Matter of fact, Asia's here, Todd. She's
is she? Hey, Asia.
She's hearing the first time she's ever hearing one of these Monday night corporate calls here, and she's looking at you. I remember you. Asia was how old when you were holding her? I can't remember it, Maria.
She's just born.
8 months, 6 months or so. Todd was like, we have a picture of Todd holding Asia. She's 23 now.
Yeah. And Courtney, same thing. She was a toddler in the backseat of the car. And here we are all these, years later. Now she's going on a world tour with the company and going to go see Greece for 2 weeks. I mean, that's a generational wealth, cool thing in itself, right? We get to meet friends, hang out and have fun with the people you love hanging out with. All these years we've had fun together. All these years we've had money together, and we're just getting started, right? We're now going to all these different places.
I got to tell you one thing, Todd, as well, which will blow your mind. So last night, Courtney's packing, getting ready to go. And Tammy says to Courtney, you realize that Todd and your dad have been using your story for the last 3 or 4 months now. So when you get there, you have to be taking a video. So Tammy's saying this.
Nice.
You go through the door, you got to take a video, you need to take pictures, because I know that the mileage that your dad and the company and Todd are going to get off of this trip. So, I mean, it's amazing how my whole family is now embraced in this. Oh, by the way, in August, Corey's going to Cabo, just booked the trip to Cabo.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah.
Quite amazing. And by the way, to switch wheels a moment, going back to your point, Daryl, we only have a few months left in this month, right? And it's the halfway point of the year. I mean, 6 months are down, and we also have the 4th of July. So Daryl, let you go first, and then we'll kind of wrap this up.
Well, again, so many people give up right at the end of the month, say, oh, I'm just going to wait till next month. If you've been following the training that we've talking about, you should have people in the process. And the NBC4 iTeam News is another excuse for you now to talk with them over the last 3 days here about, hey, I want to show you some new information. Anytime you talk to somebody or they're in the process, you want to always bring something new to the table. Well, what's better than showing the iTeam NBC News telling you what's happening out there, and then obviously what we have is better. So my game plan and all the leaders and other people that are working the business is over the last 3 or 4 days, we've been doing this the last 3 or 4 days prior, is closing the month out correctly. And what does that mean? That means all out massive action, following up everybody that you send information to, new material, let them know, hey, I've just got this, I want you to take a look at this. We've closing out. There's going to be some major things happening in July. So if you can get for the end of June, by June 30th, I'm telling you, there's going to be a major explosion in my business, and you can get in front of that. So again, just any excuse to talk to someone. So that's one thing. Number two, on Saturday, June 2nd, I've got a leadership group going with a few people. We're setting the stage for the month of July. We're also using a mastermind group to talk about Think and Grow Rich, just getting the mindset. Because I know the thing that helped me, Todd, is that book. I could go the first 4 or 5 of those chapters, and everything that we have today is because of those first 4 or 5 chapters in Think and Grow Rich. The whole book is great, a lot of great information, but those first 4 or 5 chapters changed my life. So we're going to be just pounding on that, but we're going to be setting goals and objectives for the month of July. What's your goal? How many people are you looking at talking to per day? Is it 3 to 5? Is it 9 to 10? Is it 1 to 2? Or are you going to be reading the book? And we know they're going to be reading the book because Think and Grow Rich is the Bible we're going to be using for business for the month of July. So this is what's exciting about this. Don't go to sleep and just say, hey, we'll wait till July 1st gets here and get going. You've got 3 days to close this month out. And if you draw a line in the sand and you go after that 72 hours, guys, you can make magic happen. And that'll set you up for the whole month of July, which a lot of people are traveling. When they find out the prices that we have that they can get just in the booking engine alone, game could be over. But you got to get excited. You've got to pay attention, never quit, go to work.
Unequivocally. Danny, final thoughts?
Hey, like I said, don't quit. Fall in love with this generational wealth. I'm having a blast. I'm looking at Ryan's background. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have that on my list this year, but I gotta make a quick stop. I gotta add Santorini. I know it's a beautiful place. People talk about it all the time, so I can't wait. Todd, so I guess you're gonna be doing some traveling. Huh? Look at you, man, putting some stuff. And that's the beauty of what we do, right? We go to one place, one event, and then, well, while we're there, why not do this and do that and go here and go there? So you never know where this takes us, but that's because we are free, right? We are free. We don't have to rush back home to go to work. We could just take off. And that's it. I know when Daryl starts leaving, I mean, he goes to Hawaii, then he goes to like so many places in the States. He's always traveling around, but that's because we're free. We don't have to go back to work. So for all of you that are watching right now, if you want to become free and you want to help other people, I mean, there's nothing, bar none, that beats what we have. And David said it, even though he doesn't have to add anything, he just does it because he's like the Santa Claus of network marketing. So we love him for that, right? We just love him for that. But if there's a time to run, it's right now.
Absolutely. And speaking of freedom, and we are free, we'll be celebrating the 4th of July next Monday. So we will not have a corporate update call next Monday, as Mike announced, but that is the celebration of the birth of our country here in the United States. I know we are global endeavor. I know we got people watching from the UK. Hi, Miss Mahmoud. I know it's late your time too. I know we got people on here from, France and Spain and other places that will be checking in the morning. But for us here in the United States, it is the celebration of our country, our birth. And of course, obviously, the United States has been a bastion of democracy, a bastion of free enterprise, of freedom and free enterprise. Say where my mindset is, a bastion of freedom all over the world. And of course, freedom isn't free. Even the founders who all signed that Declaration of Independence, every single one of them were successful. We'll do a training on this maybe on Saturday. I mean, when you hear their backgrounds, I mean, they were wealthy, they were doctors, they had a lot to lose. They were young. It's not like they were all like Ben Franklin or Mike Oliver. I mean, yeah, the guy's already 98 years old. Who cares, right? I mean, I got my jab in on Mike there, right? We love Mike. Mike is the greatest. Anyway, it's not like they were a bunch of old guys. They were young in their prime with families, but they laid it all on the line to give birth, to what some call the single greatest experiment in the world to date. This thing we call the United States of America. And for a lot of people, I'm telling you that the Statue of Liberty, liberty is just a statue unless you are debt free. Liberty is just a statue unless you're in control of your time. Because a lot of people, I mean, you're not in control of your time. You're not in control of your bills. You're basically an indentured, servant. And so you get told what time to be there, what time you go to lunch, what time you can off. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. Like, Maria, can I have the day off? Nope. Okay, I'll be there. Right. Hey, by the way, Maria, you got the day off tomorrow. I'll be doing the call tomorrow night for you guys. I know it's your birthday. Go celebrate. But I mean, hey, they're not going to do that. And so again, it's the 4th of July. We won't be here, but make sure that you celebrate the meaning of the day. Understand that it's the halfway point. We are now halfway through 2022. And so some of you may have set goals January 1, 2022. And hey, so what? We're going to reset those goals. We're going to realign, July 1st, be on that training call, me and Daryl this Saturday, July the 2nd. Let's realign those goals. Hey, let's say, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? What hasn't gone right? How can I self-correct I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to jump start now. And I'm going to start my half New Year's goals, right this moment, right? It's never too late to have a brand new start. And so we got this weekend training, which is July 2nd. We got the celebration of the 4th, maximize it. 3 days left in this month to go out there and be a bastion of freedom to people all over the world. And that's what we are. For some people, they won't even make money with us. Just coming here and being able to travel like they've never been able to travel before, that's freedom. Being able to go make your dreams of travel come true, that's freedom. Being able to make a little extra money so you can get out of debt, that's freedom. Becoming a 2-star, 3-star, that's freedom. Becoming an ambassador, and am I in Thailand? Am I in Sri Lanka? Am I in Singapore? Danny woke up, didn't even know where he was at, right? That's freedom, right? Become an ambassador, multiple six-figure income. Hey, we appreciate every single one of you. I'll be on the Zoom tomorrow night. Happy birthday, Miss Maria. Hi, Asia. We appreciate all of you. Congratulations to all of our rank advancements. Danny, have fun. And with that, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Till then.
Hey, Danny, go get some sleep, man. You're fading. I can tell.
Yeah, that's right.
Get
We're all
some
celebrating.
rest,
We're all celebrating you got on. We need to tell you was he going back to bed.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Happy birthday, Maria. Happy birthday.
Bye, everybody.